Hello, everybody. Thanks for choosing to participate in the Wisconsin Science Festival Mini-Mural activity. The Wisconsin Institute for Discovery is proud to host this activity. We're combining our efforts between science to street art and our writer in residence programs, and we hope to capture perspectives and images on how our Wisconsin youth envision themselves in the world of science. So I'd like to introduce who's joining me today, Aiden and Julia.
Hi,
Aiden?
everyone. My name's Aiden. I'm a graduate student at UW-Madison studying physics, but I'm also an artist on the side. I love to draw, paint, illustrate, and do a lot of two-dimensional art.
Hi, everyone. I'm Julia. I am a postdoctoral scientist at the Wisconsin Institute for Discovery, where I study soil microbiology. And on the side, I like to write both about science and about fantastical worlds.
Wonderful, wonderful. So thank you both for joining us today. In this activity, we will ask that you take 5 minutes, more if needed, to create your mini mural based on the prompt that Julia is going to give you. Submissions of your mini mural activity will be accepted through October 16th, 2022. You can submit an image of your mini mural activity to info@wiscifest.org or on social media by using the hashtag WISciFest. Your images will be used to inspire a mural painted by Aiden that will be created in real time at the Discovery Building at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, celebrating the future scientists like yourself. All you're going to need to participate in this mural activity is the following items: chalk, crayons, markers, or other drawing utensils, construction paper, a safe sidewalk, and any other paper medium that you could potentially find. Some of you may be participating at local Wisconsin Science Festival events where you may have received a Science in a Bag kit, which has all the tools you'll need to do this mini mural activity. Now I'm going to turn it over to Julia to give us our prompt.
So the prompt that I would like you to think about drawing today is the following. Imagine yourself in the near future as a world-famous scientist. What do you look like in your lab? And what are you working on that might change the world?
Now, looks like Aiden is already taking off.
I might take the prompt a little bit differently. I'm not going to be in a lab per se, but I am going to be giving a presentation. Because a big part of science is actually communicating the science. So, in school, all the presentations you do, in classrooms, presenting on things are really useful skills, really in everything, but especially in science, because you might make this amazing discovery, but you need some way to communicate it to the rest of the world. And not only other scientists, but other people who aren't in your field, who don't study what you study, but they still need to know what's important about it. So I'm going to draw me giving a presentation about my world saving science or world changing science.
I have to say, your skill is awesome.
Thank you. I'm going to be at a podium. I meant to be more zoomed out, but I guess I'm going to be very close. Here we go. We got a little light on my lecture notes, because who can give a presentation without any notes? Maybe I'll give my shirt some stripes, make it kind of fun. And then, big presentation screen behind me. The science that I study in physics, I actually work with these really cool defects that are found in diamond. And they're used as sensors. They can sense magnetic fields or temperature. So let's say my presentation is about, some of these diamonds, and they can sense, maybe, people have put them in living cells and done work with temperatures and magnetic fields in cells. Kind of one idea is, you could potentially put markers in, like say cancer cells or cells that you don't want, and you could use these to pick those out of like blood or a sample. So maybe that's what I'm giving my presentation on. I've cracked the code and we know how to replicate this and do this mass scale, you know. And here's people in the audience. I'm giving a great presentation, so they're all smiling.
That's wonderful.
Bam.
I wish I had that kind of skill. Wow.
As do I. Learning a lot just watching you work.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
So I
very
hope you all can draw yourself in the future as a world famous scientist doing amazing, fantastic work, and your imagination is the limit for what that can be.
Mhm. Yeah, and Aiden, if you could give any points or tips, some of these students might be using chalk or other type of mediums. Do you have any recommendations on ways that they can think about using some of those utensils?
Yeah, I mean, especially with chalk, you know, I use just, you know, a black marker for this, but you can add a lot of color to this. Um, you know, using different color for the background versus you in the lab. You can add information about maybe what you're studying. You know, if you're studying a specific, you know, chemical, what color would it be? Or if you're using a microscope, what does it look like under the microscope, and what, you know, colors or shapes are you actually looking at?
Well, that is it. Pretty simple. And I think that was less than 5 minutes. And so that, everyone, is how we do the mini mural activity this year. And so just want to say thank you both to Aiden and Julia for coming together and helping to foster this event. And thanks to the Wisconsin Science Festival for hosting it. And thanks for participating. Thanks to everybody who has participated or will participate. And be sure to submit your mini murals before October 16th, 2022. And check out the website for the final product.